must have read and heard a lot about Titanic. We are not talking about the film, but the real Titanic ship on which the film is made. Titanic is one of the most famous ships in history, sank after hitting an iceberg on her first journey from Southampton to New York in April 1912. More than 1,500 people died that night. Now, Titanic is resting on the bottom of the ocean. But why she was never lifted and displayed in some museum? Hello amazing viewers, it's me Femina here. If this is a content you would be interested in, do subscribe and click the bell right away. This question may look bizarre to some, but in reality, it is actually quite serious. You may find a quick answer, the operation would be too expensive. That is true, but you have to evaluate the fact that Titanic now is pretty much invaluable piece of history. Also, don't say that it is impossible to lift such a heavy thing from such a huge depth. Yes, Titanic is resting at depth of 3.8 kilometers, but we have technology to reach it. A ship like Titanic could be recovered at least in pieces. So, why is that no one even considered pulling Titanic out of cold dark water of the Atlantic Ocean? Well, the simple truth is that Titanic is pretty much gone at this point. It rusted away. There is not really anything that could be recovered as a single piece. In this way, it is actually more valuable to research it where it is. Titanic broke in half when she was sinking. Her bow and stern now lay 600 meters apart. All the little pieces spread in the area of 38 square kilometers. Two big parts maybe were worth salvaging long decades ago, but not anymore. For about 70 years, the wreckage of this ship was lying untouched in the sea. In 1985, the wreck of the Titanic was first discovered by explorer Robert Ballard and his team after multiple unsuccessful missions. At that time, it was already a huge pile of rust and not much more. Maybe a decade will pass and you won't even be able to recognize what became from Titanic. If you tried moving it, it would simply fall apart into a huge pile of iron oxide. Strong ocean currents, salt corrosion, and metal-eating bacteria are attacking the ship. The RMS Titanic has been underwater for more than 100 years, lying about 690 kilometers off the coast of Newfoundland, Canada. The captain's bathtub, a well-known part of the wreck, has now disappeared completely due to disintegration. Henrietta Munn, a researcher at Dalhousie University in Halifax, Nova Scotia, has studied the Titanic's wreck for years. In 2010, she co-discovered a new species of bacteria, Halomonas titanicae, found in rustical samples taken from the wreck. Halomonas titanicae is among the bacteria found on the wreck which eat away at the ship's iron. This process results in rusticles. They grow for 5 to 10 years, then break off and fall down. According to a BBC report, these bacteria causing rust consume around 180 kgs of debris every day. This is a reason why scientists believe that Titanic's age is not much longer. According to experts, the debris of the Titanic will completely melt in the coming 20 to 30 years and will dissolve in the seawater. Condition of her steel body is just beyond any kind of rescue, and a lot of it has already been covered up by ocean sand. However, non-iron objects have been lifted out of the ocean and travel the world, gathering huge crowds of curious people. One of the most impressive recovered pieces is of course the bell of the ship. Back in 2012, a picture was published of something that looked like a shoe and coat. It was probably remains of one of the passengers. And of course, Titanic is invaluable. But who would pay for its recovery? The operation would be extremely risky and probably unsuccessful, and you wouldn't even be able to sell anything as per UNESCO Convention on the Protection of the Underwater Cultural Heritage. And you cannot forget that Titanic is a grave now. And so, Titanic is now given away to time and the ocean. It is almost gone now, but not forgotten. See you in another video. Bye-bye.